Hi Cancer, this is your weekly reading. I just wanted to ask before I forget if you will like, share, and subscribe. Also in the comments, if you leave a one-word question, I'd love to pull a card for you. And let me get started with the reading. Spirit, what message do you have for Cancer? What message do you have for Cancer? What message do you have for Cancer? We have the King of Swords, we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles. And let's see, what else do we have here? I also like to use this a little teeny tiny Lenormand. It's tiny but mighty. I feel like it always has really great messages to send. Spirit, what message do you have for Cancer? Oh, we got the key, we got the fox, and we got the cross. Okay. And then I also like this other deck. It is our inner self, which sometimes I feel like we're all very busy and don't take the time for our inner message. So I just wanted to include this as well. Let's see. Do we have Spirit? We have You Know the Way, Seek Guidance in this, and Say Yes. So let's see. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. It says intelligent, impartial, respected, receiving wise advice, remain objective, fair-minded, public speaking, communication, clearly in unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. I also feel like, the swords sometimes have a lot to do with social media. Not sure if you're in that or not, but he's the king, so that's also, a lot of success. He's, definitely in charge, that's for sure. But it's saying how communicate clearly. So in public speaking, I'm not sure if you're in into public speaking or speaking out to people, but also having the key here. It could be the key to a situation you're trying to attain, or something you are trying to accomplish. You either wind up figuring out the key to the situation, but I also feel like the key sometimes can be, it could be purchasing a home, a key to a new home, or a key to a new car, or a key to, let's say you just started a business, to your new office. I mean, it just depends. But with it paired with the King of Swords, I feel like it's finding the key to a situation. And here it says, you know the way, trust your intuition on this journey. So definitely, the key to the situation, because it says trust your intuition. You know what to do, and being the king, you're the one in charge. So I would definitely just trust your intuition, because you know what's best. And especially here with the Three of Wands, it says planning for the long-term, abundance from past choices, pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. I definitely feel like abundance from your past choices. Cancer, you guys are hardworking, you guys are ambitious and goal-oriented, and you can tell whatever plan you're doing is for the long haul. It's the longevity that you want. And you can see here, especially, it says here, planning for the long term. And with the fox, I mean, everybody interprets it differently, but I always see it as a Robin Hood, where he's, providing for the people who, don't have money. He's robbing the rich and giving to the poor type thing. But I also feel like Robin Hood is strategic. He has a plan, a method to the madness. He's got a strategy he's doing, and it says here you're planning for the long term. So I definitely feel like these two together is definitely you strategizing so that you have long-term success. And it says seek guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. Sometimes you could just talk to a friend on the phone and you guys start talking about something and they say something out, out of the norm, and you're like, you know what, I don't know why I never thought about that. I feel like with this seek guidance, whether it's someone that you work with, a friend, a family member. Sometimes I think we are all guilty of it, but distracted with our electronic devices, that what happened to just old school, sitting there talking with your loved ones, your family members. And when you are with your friends, just talking to your friends. I mean, sometimes even for myself, I've been with my friends before and I learned something new or I discover something new. And I feel like Spirit's telling me, to listen to those around you, because it's when you least expect it and it could have long-term benefits. Listening to through other people will give you a successful idea or, information that could really benefit you. But I see here with the Five of Pentacles, negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, fear surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for becoming self-employed. But I feel like sometimes with the Five of Pentacles, we're kind of like, not necessarily in our own pity party, but, we're always like, oh man, when is my success time? Like, when am I going to be successful? I want to be like all these other successful people. But I mean, I think especially paired here with the cross, we sometimes forget to notice our own blessings, that we have. I mean, we're healthy, we're breathing, we can wake up in the morning, like we can afford a roof over our head, and I can fill my belly. I mean, I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, you're so lucky. Your belly is full. Your bed is warm. I love putting their blankies in the dryer. So when they get into their bed, it just feels so good. And I'm like, those are the little blessings, because there are kids that don't have that. And there are kids that don't have full bellies. So I try to remind my kids, the little things to be grateful for. Sometimes we're too busy feeling sorry for ourselves, and you just see all these coins in the background. It's like, hello, Felicia, you got all this, prosperity behind you. Why are you moping, about the little tedious things? There are people who have it a million times worse. And I mean, granted, we all deserve a day to feel bad for ourselves, but then wipe your tears and move on. I know it's easier said than done because I'm guilty of it myself, but I do love sometimes when the cards remind me, like, count my blessings. I mean, look at her. She's just thankful. The leaves are blowing in her hands, and, the weather outside is nice, and, she's just enjoying that little moment. It may be short, but it's a great moment. And it says here, say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. So receive that wind, blowing in your hair, and receive those little blessings and be thankful for it. But I hope this reading was helpful, and I look forward to our next reading. Have a great week. Bye.